punishment in the world to come. We may interpret this paragraph to mean that no matter how it may appear, our deeds do matter to God, who is concerned with the world. Whether we do good or evil is not inconsequential in the scheme of all things. So, however, what we do, our actions or our inactions, actually play on all of us. So if I don't do, we all may suffer. Really?
Right. So,
But I think that the whole concept though is that you have to strive to always do better. You could always want to do better. I mean, no matter how good you think you're doing, you could always do just a little bit better. And so you need to strive for something just a little bit
So
better.
the consciousness of justice among ourselves as well as for God. So if we can do for God, we can do for ourselves. Rabbi Hillel said, please, I know I'm going to screw it up, do unto others as others want you to do to yourself, and then all the rest is commentary. So the same thing is applicable. Now we go study the commentary, but if we can't do the simple act of doing something of kindness and out of loving care, then the repercussions come in quite strong.
right. I want to bring us to a close, and also note that in these annotated prayer books, which we have in our sanctuary, you can delve more into the tefillah, into the prayers. But if you can just hang on for a minute and turn to page 114 before you put your books away. 114. We come to the closing blessing before the end of this Shema Birchoteha section. So like I said, the Shema in the morning has 3 blessings. The 2 before, one deals with creation, one deals with revelation, God loving us through the revelation. The revelation brings about the texts of the Shema, and we can't say the Shema unless we acknowledge that these sacred words were revealed to us. Now that we've done those 2 sections, creation, revelation, we can prepare ourselves spiritually for an ultimate redemption. We had the redemption from Egypt, the freedom from slavery, and we recall that in the section following the Shema passages. And why do we recite that? It's not only to recall a historic event, but in the rabbinic mind, recalling the redemption from Egypt gets us in the frame of mind to look forward towards an ultimate redemption when there will be peace and harmony for all on earth. And those themes are explored more in depth in the Amidah, which we'll explore next time. So let's just close out this section on the Shema with the closing blessing on page 114. And if you have the red book, you can look on page 57 for the transliteration. Let's read together the bottom paragraph. Sur Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Ufdei chinumecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Go aleinu Adonai Tzebaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gaal Yisrael. Praise are you, Adonai, Redeemer of Israel. As we make the transition to the Amidah, we will have a series of blessings that build up to the theme of redemption, and that's what we're going to explore next time.
There is something missing in there, though. There's the assumption that we've gone astray. If we need to be redeemed,
Not necessarily. I mean, we were enslaved, and that was a.
oh, okay. I mean, I think redemption is something different from
You're thinking
being
of the Christian concept.
from being saved.
I think Alice is onto something. I mean, it's
Well,
very
I mean, I
hard.
think-
It's very hard for us to be fully grounded in Jewish text when we're using English, which is a Christian language very much shaped by the King James Bible. So certain words that we say, like redemption, grace, faith. These have, in the English language, they have Christian connotations thanks to centuries of
Yeah, but
Christian
and
influence.
people are making a mistake. I think that the average person, you make a mistake. You're not always doing the right thing, even though maybe you need to. I mean, I think this is the concept and the whole thing, and I mean, and maybe it's more in Christianity than it is in Judaism, but that if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna get knocked down. I mean, you know, well, I mean, certainly like you can be evangelical, you know, or Christians, I mean, that's very much a bad. But I think that all religions believe in Judaism in itself. I mean, that you have to really be kind of afraid there if you don't do, but I think you're supposed to do it out of love, not because you're afraid.